Whoa!
There's something about this apartment that I have never seen. This is ye old laundry room with the original rope.
Oh, how New York is this view? You can see One World Trade, and look at that. You got the rest of Soho out here. This is Prince Street where all the shopping happens. We're looking at a 7-minute walk over to the building.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet
you look like a photographer.
No, I'm just waffling with my friends.
This cafe here is actually really good, and it's been in the neighborhood forever. And actually, across the street from it is the Mercer Kitchen. That's not a bad spot either. Moncler. If you can't pronounce it, I don't think you should shop there. See this crowd of people? This is for the Apple store. They are always busy. And I guess there being a brand new iPhone has something to do with it. It's still boutique central over here, but at least the streets aren't as crazy as they are on Broadway. In fact, once we get over here on the other side of West Broadway, we start to see lots of cafes. All right, we got Chobani. I don't know what's in those, but boy, they look good. They also have sandwiches and stuff. I think this place is mostly chocolate, white chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate. I bet all three of those are amazing. Ooh, and it looks like they have cakes. Then there's a juice press. Does anyone care? But this place, this is where you should get biscuits because it says it right on the side and because they look fantastic. This is the first deli we've come across. You can tell an area's got high rent when these aren't on every single corner. How much do you think that sandwich costs? Probably more than $6. Okay, at first I thought this was a cafe, but it's actually a lipstick bar. Not a concept I'm familiar with. This place over here is super popular. The Dutch, fantastic brunch. It's been in the neighborhood for a long time. And don't worry about outdoor seating. There is plenty right over here. But let me show you where the cool kids hang out. Right here across the street at this little place where you can get $9.50 avocado toast. If you're in the mood for a life-changing piece of cake, you absolutely have to get something from Harbs. It's amazing. And it's Japanese, and my wife's from Japan. We're also just down the street from NYU, and we're by Washington Square Park. You've got the fountain, you've got the arch, and if you can't tell, this is the local place to hang out, which doesn't cost any money. Unless you want to support a local artist or pick yourself up a souvenir. This is the part of Prince Street where the apartment is. Now, directly across the street, you need to know, is this open air flower shop. If you owe someone an apology, come here and buy it. And look, it really is open air. Now, at first glance, this looks like your local deli, but look at all these magazines. There's something special about this place. It is legit a magazine store. Now, the magazines might not be for everyone, but if you have a long flight or something coming up, you should probably stop by here first. Definitely a New York City find. And right here is the building. I like it. It's not too flashy. And right downstairs we have this place, which probably doesn't make a whole lot of noise. And we're also by the Little Prince Bistro. The entire exterior here is a work of art. And next to that, there's this place. I think it's a soap store or something. Maybe this is what Tyler Durden's been up to since starting Fight Club. This might be the cutest New York apartment of all time. And I'm not just saying that because I'm friends with the person who brought me here. We've got this super old school massive window. Just look at it.
There's something about this apartment that I have never seen. This is ye old laundry room. An antique drying rack from the early 1900s with the original rope.
That is
Isn't this crazy?
so cool.
I knew you were gonna like.
I wonder how many shirts have been ironed on this setup. That is so cool. So guys, this is Liz's apartment. How much does it cost?
The asking price is $625. The taxes are $525 a month. The common charges are $280. It's a condo. You can rent it out.
You can see One World Trade, and look at that. You got the rest of Soho out here. We shouldn't have this in the video.
Probably not.
Probably not. Way over there, you can kind of see Hudson Yards. This is one of those things that you do not always get to see. If I lived here, I would totally sneak up on this roof. Thank you for jeopardizing your ability to sell this apartment by bringing us up here. If you want to buy this, talk to Liz. That is the front door. Over here, you've got the kitchen, and down this hall, we pass the bathroom and enter the living space. Now, this is a studio. You can see the bed right there. Over by the bed, we've got 11 feet by 12 feet 2 inches. There's a queen in here now. We've also got a small couch. And right in the center of the room, we have the entertainment center. And I really like the way the setup is now. There is open space, so it's easy to walk around. I feel like you could even cram more in here if you wanted. But the view is one of the best parts. View here is facing the courtyard, so there's zero noise. And just underneath where the window is, that's the heater, which should keep you really warm in the wintertime. That's not a fire hazard either. These don't get hot enough that having the bed there is an issue. As far as storage goes, we have this really big closet. Let's check it out. Okay, as you can see, it goes back pretty far, and it is absolutely packed, but that's every closet in New York City, let's be real. But what's really cool is there's this other space over here. It's 4 feet by 4 feet, so you could put a home office, you could put a dresser, and it's got a window as well with the same view that we saw before. As far as studios go, I think this living space is pretty good. You've got that hangout space, you've got space for a home office, and you can have a big bed. Moving on, we head over to the kitchen, which is over here. Is that the oven? Oh, that is so interesting. So it's got 4 burners.
Yeah, down here she uses it for storage.
You know what? This right here, college students in the East Village still do that. But you could cook something if you really wanted to. Next to the stove, we have a full-size fridge. I love this little rack for pots and pans. And even though this is an all-in-one unit, there is counter space attached. And I think it's kind of hard to tell how much usable space there actually is. Next to the sink, which is massive, we've got this shelf. And look at how functional this is. You can keep dinnerware here, glasses, plus it looks really cool. And then over here, there's even more cabinet and storage space. And you gotta hand it to the current person living here. Steamer, vacuum, everything about this is lower Manhattan. Now, what you could do is instead of this countertop, you could put in like one of those leaf tables or maybe a small 2-person table. Then I guess you could eat in the kitchen. Or I guess what you could do is just put like a stool or something right here. Above the sink, there's also a pretty big cabinet. Let's check this out. Oh, that's great. You might need like a step ladder or something if you're tall like me. And look at that, there's a little step ladder right under there. If I lived here, I would definitely need that. Now over here next to the bathroom, we've got another closet, and just check this out. Perfect for shoes and linens. Love how organized everything is. And the bathroom itself's a little old school, but I think it's cool. And look at this fancy medicine cabinet. It has a cool design. Is there medicine inside? Okay, there's some. We're gonna keep that closed. Well, look at this. Next to that, you've got some shelving, and there's plenty of room over by where the sink is for you to keep stuff beneath it. And even though the tub isn't brand new, it's definitely full size. And to be honest with you, I've seen newer bathtubs that were dirtier. This is pretty clean. And if it had a nicer bathroom or a newer kitchen, it would cost more money. And nothing's worse than seeing an expensive kitchen, which you personally hate. Huge shout out to Liz for letting us hang out and see this place. Any final words for somebody who might want to buy it?
I just dropped my phone.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to buy this place, I'll have all her info below. Pick another apartment tour, and I'll see you in the next video.